Marriages don't have money problems. They have emotion problems about money.
Yeah.
They don't have fighting problems. They have emotion problems with conflict. And so I love to get in the middle of that and help them work it out. But my expertise is in sexual addiction. And that is one of the most ardent compulsive behaviors that a person can have. The same template that drives that drives everything else. So that is a big answer, a long answer, but it does give a little framework as to who I am and what I do.
Well, did you ever have, like, before all that, did you have like a deep understanding of how trauma affects people? Or was when you sat there in those classes that probably everybody else had built up to, were you sitting there thinking, I'm shocked at how this equals this, or how my thing I experienced when I was 3 has affected my entire life, and I didn't know where that mapping came from?
Absolutely. It was really more of a thing where I was thinking about, wow, God already shared some of these things with us. These things are very, very scriptural. This isn't just that a couple of people are thinking about the value of seeing roots of bitterness that spring up and trouble you and defile you. This fundamentally is about God knowing why we do what we do, and we're in a discovery process as to why that happens. As a result, I was giddy. I was in those classes, and I'm just processing how profound, how we are wonderfully made by God, and that God doesn't just have it in a mystery. It's a mystery to us until we find it out. Then it's like, Lord, this is systematic. This is something that's organized, and that a person can recover from traumatic wounds, which fundamentally the word trauma means wounds that have spun people into kind of instinctive, impulsive, compulsive behaviors. So it is a big deal, and I loved it.
There's so many things in the Word that we know we want to live our life like. We want to pray without ceasing. We want to walk in love. We want to be a fountain of His presence. And I feel like all these things is this big roadblock, and we have no way to figure out where the roadblock is. What is stopping me? What is stopping me from what I desire to do, as Paul said? But these are the biggest things that I've discovered in the last 10 years, Patrick, that I'm like, there's some clues that we can find, and I hope that you will expound on today. Yeah. One is we can't fully walk and live by faith, without the benefit of the emotional indicators of what's in the way.
Yeah.
And the other part of it is our behaviors are such clues. And I had no idea, like, oh, this and this behavior means. There's such clues there that we don't even have to get super spiritual to find, and we can start there with Jesus, help me with this.
Yes.
So that's the kind of thing that I'm so excited about, and whatever the Lord leads you to bring out. But
all right,
where do we start with understanding how all that works?